Oh, my back hurts. You grumpily waltz over to your locker. Each locker has a name tag on it, and yours says, after changing into your uniform, you head on over to the mailroom. Whole mailman job is grueling. You have to wake up early every day and lug a heavy bag around New York City. You walk on over to the mailroom and notice a small package that's hidden beneath your mailbag. There's no return address and is in plain packaging. There's a note attached to the outside that reads, "To my dearly beloved, I will always treasure the day you come for me. Here is my greatest possession, the tool to my heart." You find the package's owner? Determined to find the owner, you ask around the office if it belongs to anyone. As a dutiful mailman, you would. No one recognizes it, so you place it in your locker to take home after your shift. When you finally end your shift, you head to your $2 shabby apartment. Friday night, so there's a lot of couples out. Living in a large city, you see them all the time, but you can't help but feel hurt and lonely. Getting old. Your mother does a good job of reminding you that your window to find love is closing. The only people available when you get older are divorcees and creeps. You can hear her scoffing at you even in your flashback. However, there is some glimmer of hope. Tomorrow, you have plans. Tomorrow, you're going to Comic-Con. Cheered up by this fact, you skipped all the way home, ignoring all the judging stares. You wake up bright and early, ready to take on the day. You've spent months preparing the perfect cosplay. It took a lot of green paint. It's heavy too. You admire yourself in the mirror. Your Shrek cosplay is perfect. You're too short to accurately capture his beauty, but otherwise, you have the look down pat. You have his signature green, his striking ears, his sexy daddy bod. Excited and proud of your work, you merrily leave your apartment and head towards the subway. There you see him. Another perfect cosplay. Shrek as Fiona. You are flustered and accidentally make eye contact on the train. Once your eyes lock a second time, you finally gain the courage to walk up to him. Hello, I'm Quiet, also known as Mailman Kun. Ooh woo. Nice cosplay, Quiet. He smiles gently at you. How long did it take? 3 months? His eyes go wide, but then he regains his smile. Wow, that's some real dedication. I'm honored. Yeah. There's an awkward silence. The Shrek Fiona cosplayer scratches his head. You look up at him and smile. Where did you get that wig from? It looks so good. He lightens up. Wait, he lights up. Oh, this old thing? I bought some cheap hair bleach. Oh, this old thing? I bought some cheap hair and bleached and dyed it myself. Oh, that's amazing. I could never do that. I had to just buy this silly bald mask, as you can see my hair. Oh, that's amazing. I could never do that. I had to just buy this silly bald mask. You can still see my hair. Still looks good though. The silence returns. You open your mouth to continue the conversation, but the train grinds to a halt. fly forward and fly into the cosplayer's arms. Immediately, your face gets hot as you realize that you're buried in his chest. Trying to pry yourself off of him, you notice that his costume feels really real. He grabs your shoulder and gently pushes you off of him. He doesn't make eye contact as you try to regain your stability. Well, here's the convention center. Yeah, I'll, see you inside. Maybe. Also, do you have any more of that face paint? It kind of smeared. You pulled out your phone to check and nearly screamed. You glance back at him and see it smeared on him, but because of the color of his dress, no harm is done. The only problem is that you look ridiculous. I wish we had time to make an asset for it, because you look really dumb. You quickly dash off the train, covering your face in fear of judgment, and race to the convention center. There'll be a bathroom there, right? As you wait in line to get in, you notice you're getting stares. Is my cosplay that good? No, you look stupid. Your face and forehead are two completely different colors. It looks weird. Oh. Once inside, you race to the bathroom. Luckily, you did bring some extra green face paint. You begin to smear it all over your face. As other cosplayers walk in and out of the bathroom, you can't help but feel self-conscious. Your cosplays are all amazing. They have perfect bodies. Their makeup is impeccable. I bet their idols would be proud of them. You quickly rush to the bathroom, to the nearest stall, and begin to bawl. You bury your face in hands to begin to sob quietly. After you're done, you open your eyes and see green drops on your hands and shirt. Right, my face paint ran again. Leave the stall, wash your hands, and head back into the crowd. The first place you head towards is the meet and greet booth. You want to meet your favorite comic books and manga artists, as well as your favorite voice actors. You get to meet some of the people behind People 5, Multiple Pieces, Chiropractor What, and Dog Dude. It's like a dream come true. Once you're in line to meet one of the artists behind Living Pool, you spot a familiar face in line. You confidently walk up to him. He stares for a long while. He smiles. Honestly, props to you for walking around like that. I'm doing my best here, man. Anyways, you like Living Pool? His eyes light up and he begins fangirling. Time passes quickly as you admire him speak so passionately about Living Pool. In no time at all, you both finally get the front of the line. Hi. I'm quiet. It's nice to finally meet you. The artist smiles as you hand him a notebook. The cosplayer does the same. The artist signs both notebooks and you both thank him and turn to leave. So, you free after this? Depends on what you have in mind. Well, there's a strip club down the street. Oh my god. Ooh, spicy. Yeah, the food is great. I used to go there all the time when I was visiting New York City with an old friend of mine. She was there for the guys, and after a few times of being dragged there, begrudging, I discovered their wing menu and was hooked. I used to think I was cheap timing her because I used to fly here all the way from Scotland just for the food. Sounds great! Let's go then! He extends his arm and you grab it. He leads you towards the nightclub. You head inside and hear the oomps oomps music begin playing. Oh well, these men are gorgeous. The two of you walk past the stage and towards the bar. The cosplayer motions for the bartender. 1 platter of wings, extra spicy please. Extra spicy? I can't handle spice. Well, I can't handle anything. I'm kind of a little baby. I'll have a burger, please. Oh, and 2 Jack and Cokes, please. He hands his card over to the bartender. You happen to notice that it's a black card. Pretty good food, right? After a few more Jack and Cokes, the cosplayer begins slurring his speech a little. He slams his fist down on the bar, knocking the remaining wings on the floor. You look down at the wings sadly, but you immediately look back to you looking at him as he starts to belt. Somebody once told me that he doesn't get to finish as he's interrupted by his own vomit. Ew. He gets all over the floor and the wings on the floor. The bartender glares at the two of you as he continues singing in the shape of an L on her forehead. At this point, he stands up and begins undressing. Oh. Disgusted, you quickly get up and march out of the club. The cosplayer is too wasted to even notice that you're gone, and that stings a bit. You hesitate and glance back. You swallow your emotions and quickly head home. Laying in your bed that night, you reflect on the day's event. It was an adventure hanging out with him. Even though you only knew him for a day, your heart longs for him. You think about when you flew into his arms at the train and you blush a bit. I wish I had someone to hold me like that all the time. Bad end. Forever alone. You don't get paid enough to hunt down randos. Bad end. Minimum wage. He notices you're staring and his eyes dart around. Idiot. You have clearly made him uncomfortable. And do you want a picture or something? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. There. The two of you return to the silence. Embarrassed, you faint. Just before you black out, you catch a glimpse of concern and creep out like Fiona cosplayer. Bed in. Way to go, dumbass. Let's do fangirl to the artist. Oh my god, I love your work so much. It means so much to me. You have made both the cosplayer and the artist uncomfortable. Yeah, I also love your work. The artist glances between the two of you. Yeah, so could you sign this? The cosplayer hands the artist a notebook. The artist nods and takes it. He quickly signs it and returns it. Then he turns to you expectantly. You pat your pockets and realize you forgot your notebook. You glance up at the cosplayer with a guilty smile. He sighs and rips out a page from his notebook. You hand the paper to the artist and he signs it. Once again, he glances between the two of you. Thank you. You cheerily squeal and you and the cosplayer turn to leave. Well, it was nice meeting you. Yeah. I know I said it a million times, but your cosplay is really good. Thank you. You both awkwardly look down to the ground. After a while, the cosplayer looks up at you and waves. See you around, I guess. Yeah. You can't help but feel disappointed as you watch him walk away. Does this keep happening? What is it about me that makes everyone keep walking away? You choke back tears as you turn away and head home. As you lie in your shabby $2 apartment, you recall the day's event. Could it have gone better? Maybe you could have at very least made a friend. Is this why I don't have anyone? No friends? No partner? Just little old me. Can't even bother to clean off the green makeup. You just let the darkness consume you as you drift off to sleep. Bad end. Waste of space. At this point, he stands up and begins undressing. Wait a second. Shrek? Wait, you're actually Shrek? He looks at you confused. That's my name. He gets on the bar now. You notice that the bartender runs towards the back, so you frantically try to get him off the bar. Doesn't work. The bartender returns with what you assume to be the owner, and they begin to berate Shrek. Sir, please get off the counter. Get off my bar. Sorry. He climbs off the counter and tries to get back onto the chair. Get out. Other patrons have begun to stare. You gently grab Shrek's arm and urge him to leave. He looks so defeated, but you're able to drag him out of the club. Two of you stumble onto the dimly lit street. You pull out your phone to call him a cougar. When it arrives, he falls in the back and smiles at you. It was nice meeting you. Same. You close the door and the car drives off. Oh no, I didn't get his number. The car is well out of sight, so you can't chase after him. Great job, idiot. You blow another chance. Just go home. You push your luck even meeting him, so take what you can get. You recollect the day's event. Recalling the real-life Shrek in the flesh, shirtlet, makes you blush. However, you're too drunk to think about it any further and pass out on your bed. You wake up and check your phone. You remember it going off in your dream, so it must have been going off for a while now. Your eyes focus. I'm late for work. You quickly wipe the remaining green face paint you left on from last night you threw on your work clothes. You arrive to work with just a minute to spare. On your locker, there's a note. Attached is the new mail delivery route. You'll be ending in the Upper East Side. Fuck, man. Nudie rich people. You tear the note off your locker and grab your mail bag and head out. You reach the end of your route and you stand right in front of some brand new high-rise. What I would give to live here. You head inside and head towards the mailboxes. You open them all and a familiar figure appears. It's Shrek. You feel your face get hot as he approaches, so you lower your head to hide your blushing. Are you free? Technically, my shift is over, so yeah. Well then, come upstairs. I'm cooking dinner. You follow him to the elevator. He hits the top button. He leads you down the pristine hallway and he opens the door to his apartment. Your jaw drops. The place is immaculate. Tall ceilings, full-length windows, tile floors, expensive looking furniture, and a water feature. How does he maintain that? I guess it doesn't matter. You turn around to see him heading towards the kitchen. He puts on an apron and begins to slice an onion and puts the chopped onion in a pan. You hear a sizzle and slowly the smell wafts towards you. He looks up and smiles. Smells great. You really think so? Yeah, I love onions. It feels as if you've known him forever. He goes quiet for a second and you notice tears well in his eyes. Onions, you know? What's wrong? He wipes a tear from his cheek. Nothing. You just remind me of someone I used to know. Tell me about it. I may not be able to do much, but at the very least, talking about it can ease the pain. He shakes his head. I don't want to bother you with my problems. It's okay. I won't be bothered. He sighs. You sure? Positive. The night Fiona died was 8 years ago. She was killed in a hit and run, and the police never found the culprit. All my fault. I should have gone with her that day, but instead, I was selfish and slept in. I can't even give her a proper memorial. I lost the sword I used to rescue her years ago. Could that sword have been in that tiny package you found at work? It was signed by a mysterious F after all. Excuse me, I think I have something that belongs to you. You race to the post office. You get there and check your locker. It's right where you left it. You snatch the package and race back towards Shrek's apartment. He's waiting for you in the lobby. You both take the elevator to go up to his apartment. You reveal the comically small package and place it on the kitchen counter. You both hover over it, and you look up at Shrek expectantly. He opens it slowly and pulls out the long sword. It's a lot longer than you thought it would be. How did that fit in the tiny box? He inspects the hilt and bursts into tears. It's the sword. After so many years, I finally have it. He looks up at you and embraces you tenderly. Thank you. He pulls away, taking his warmth with him. I think I need to be alone right now. I know this is rude after what you've done for me, but could you leave? You nod and get up to leave. On your way out, you notice some sticky notes, so you walk over and grab one. You write your number on the note and place it on his Shrek-sized fridge. God, that fridge is massive. You leave his beautiful apartment and return to your shitty $2 apartment. At night, you lay awake waiting for a call, but it never arrives. You slowly drift to sleep, waiting for the next day to begin. The next day, just as you head out to deliver today's letters, you get a text from an unknown number. It has to be Shrek, right? It's Shrek. Hey, when you get off of work, come by. I have something I need to tell you. What does that mean? Your mind races with possibilities. What could he want? Does he hate you? Did you fuck up? Should you have stayed? With countless anxiety-filled thoughts, you slug through your job. Finally, it's time to leave and visit Shrek. Your nerves are killing you, but nevertheless, you swallow the fear welling up in your gut and you arrive at Shrek's high-rise. Finally, after a minute of contemplation, you knock on the door. After just a few seconds of waiting, he opens and you are greeted with the love of your life. He invites you in. When you enter, you feel a sense of warmth radiating from Shrek. He is definitely doing better than he was when you saw him last. Despite doing better, you can still feel pain seeping through his warm smile. You take a seat on the couch and he plops down right next to you. He places one of his massive ogre hands on your back. Oh, he's touching you. You feel your face get hot. So, about yesterday, I think it's only right that you know who that package was from and why it affected me so deeply. He tells you how him and Fiona were beginning to have a rocky marriage before she died, and that she must have had the sword to try to remind him of the good times. I have no idea. Shrek cuts you off with a bear hug. Let me finish, you dummy. I'm not upset anymore, because now I've got you, and, well, after all this, I think I love you. You don't know what to say, and obviously him too. You don't know what to say. You obviously love him too, but with no way to express it. Ugh, who am I kidding? You kiss him on the lips. A true sign of affection. After that day, you quit your shitty job and live with Shrek. He provides for you and makes you the happiest ex-mailman alive. You are blessed to have met him. Good end. You're a lifesaver. I want to help you. You lean over the couch and he begins to bawl. He tells you the story of how he met Fiona, the adventures they went on, and the life they had. I should have gone with her that faithful day. There's no way you could have known, Shrek. But you grab his face and cover it in snot and tears. Look at me. This is not your fault. He begins to cry again, so you pull him into you. You pull him into you. His tears and snot are getting your work shirt dirty, but you don't mind. Thank you. You smile back and hug him again. The two of you stay like that for a while. You glance outside and notice that it's starting to get dark. Panicking, you quickly pull away from him and tell him, "Oh no, I have to return my mail bag before the post office closes." You turn to him and notice him staring at your lips. "Can't you return it tomorrow?" He says it in a husky voice, still staring at your lips, which causes you to blush. "But I have to return it or else my boss will be angry with me." You get up to leave, but he grabs your hand. "Okay, but could I at least get your number before you go?" "Of course." You gesture for his phone and you enter in your contact information. After you hand him his phone back, he giggles. "I guess we'll be seeing each other more often." He winks at you and bites your lip. You wave and head on your way. Before you even reach the door, he shouts at you. "Wait, there's something I want to show you." Puzzled, you stare at him for a second. He gestures for you to wait, and he races towards the hallway. He comes after you later dressed as Donkey. Ta-da! He's really proud of that costume. You giggle a little bit. "It's cute." You say it with a big smile. "You really like it?" "Yeah." Shrek squeals with excitement and he traps you in a bigger bear head. "Oh wait, sorry. I just got really happy for a second," he says and awkwardly pulls away from you. No, it's okay. You're a great hugger. You're so strong." You slide yourself into his still open arms and he embraces you. You bury your face into his chest and you can hear his heart beating quickly. But after a while he glances up at you and he's blushing. The two of you lock eyes and he slowly begins to lean in towards you. Shocked, you both jumped away from each other and look outside. It's begun to pour. "Oh no, I'm gonna get soaked." You say with fear, "You can't stand getting wet." "You could stay here until it passes," he says with a slight joy in his voice. "I would love to, but I really have to get back," you say with a hint of sadness in your voice as he walks up to you and hugs you. "Well, okay, but be safe, okay?" You quietly nod and turn towards the door. You smile at him one last time before you leave. It looks like he wants to say something, but you'll see him soon. The next day you jollily hum the tune All-Star by Smash Mouth during your route. What's gotten into you? You're never this happy ever about doing your job. It's too much work for too little pay. You get exactly 40 hours paid sick leave. But your boss is a jerk and you can never go on and on for hours about Janelle and her warming fish in the microwave. Oh, come on, Janelle. I've been trying to stick to these stupid fad diets for years and you haven't lost an ounce. I know you don't have any medical issues, you told me. So just please, for the love of God, eat chicken like the rest of us. It costs nothing and it doesn't stink and it's easier to prepare than your Atlantic cod. Eventually, you arrive at the end of your route again, right in front of Shrek's apartment complex. You walk inside, and he's waiting by the mailboxes for you, smiling. Hey, stranger. You giggle and blush. Just the sight of him standing there, a peak male specimen, makes your face hot. As you quickly sort the mail, he continues talking to you. After some top-tier banter, he invites you upstairs again. I have to return the mailbag, remember? Oh yeah. He seems to scratch the back of his head, but before you leave, he grabs your arm. Well, what if instead of returning the mailbag, you stay with me for a bit? You see how much you loved my donkey costume yesterday, so I bought you a dragon costume. You hesitate, but seeing how happy he is to have gotten you something so great, you can't help but stay. Oh, well, okay. I can't say no to that after all. You and Shrek hang out for a bit. Heck, he even puts his donkey suit on. You, of course, put on the dragon fursuit. Out of nowhere, he gets on one knee. He has something very important to ask you, so you give him 110% of your attention. Quiet, I know we haven't known each other for a very long time, but I really want you to come to a furry convention with me. You gasp in shock. You never would have dreamed of this day to come. Your one true love wants you to go to a furry convention with you? Yes, 100 times, yes. But you need to play it cool. Yes. Oh my god, I would love to, Shrek. Nailed it. Anyways, after a big warm hug, you take off. You have to get ready for the con tomorrow, after all. How could this happen? You just wanted to go to a con with Shrek, but right before you got into the center, you were knocked out and taken to a dark warehouse. Can't see anything. This man's got you blindfolded. Let me go! I need to meet my love at the convention. Let me go, you furist. Oi. Shut your bleeding mouth, you filthy vermont. Don't you make me get a muzzle. Feel a sharp pain in your side. The furist just stabbed you. He just leaves the knife there. He has plans for you. Yeah, someone please help me. Someone help me, please. What did I say? His fist collides with your face. You feel a tooth fall out of your mouth. You can just taste the blood. Is this how your life ends? You just wish you could see Shrek one more time. Suddenly, a loud bang echoes throughout the warehouse. You hear loud, booming footsteps charge towards you. Oh! You hear the sound of skin colliding with skin, then some loud crash, then suddenly there's a bright white light you see. Quiet, are you alright? God, that bastard, I can't believe he did this to you. Shrek unties you, then places a kiss upon your cheek. His voice was shaky and filled with worry, his eyes red and puffy, almost as if you had been crying. You feel nothing but pain all over your body, but to make matters worse, touching little reunion. I had to cut things short, but your little friend there ain't got long left. Burris laughs as he pulls out a bottle simply labeled poison. What? No, you're lying, you bastard. Shrek gently puts you down and he charges the guy before he can even defend himself. Shrek's hands burst through his chest, killing him instantly. Shrek flings the lifeless man off of his arm and then wipes his hand off before running back to you. You look weak, ready to kneel over at a moment's notice. This was the end. Thank you. For the best time of my life, I hope I'll get to see you again someday. Shrek bursts into tears, holding you into his arms, and the light fades from your eyes. He showed you the best times of your life. You would always be thankful for that. true end, my one and only.